Welcome back, Legionnaires. We are back with some Rome 2 siege action for you today, and this time we are checking out something a little bit different. We are covering some of the Total War League siege tournaments. So this is organized by a group called Total War League. They do loads and loads of these Total War siege tournaments. If you think you're up to the task of challenging some of these guys, there are some elite players here. Then definitely check out their Discord. The link is down below in the description. Definitely is worth going and checking out. Even if you're not going to go and play, maybe just go and support the teams that are taking part in it. And yeah, today's battles, we are checking out two certain sides here. We're checking out Flaming Dragons versus Perkele. I have got both sides of their battles. So I've got both Flaming Dragons on the attack and then also Flaming Dragons on the defense against Perkele. So if you have enjoyed this first battle, I will be putting out the next one in a couple of days' time. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on a single part of this Total War coverage Total War League coverage that I'm going to show you today. But yes, I was kindly given these replays by the Total War League group and Marketable Skills. Thank you very much, man, for helping me with sort of like logos and what like people have done in the past and what like recommendations. I've tried to do like as much as I can, hopefully. And yes, hopefully we're gonna have a great siege here. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I hope to cover a few more of these sieges in the future because they seem like they are damn well good. Like the players in them are elite. But anyway, let's get into this battle and let's see like what is going on here. So, as you may be able to see, we are in a 2v2 here. We have the Seleucids versus RDI going up against each other. And on the defense, we have Rome versus Boii. Hopefully, I have put up the unit like comps for you to see, so you can see the army comps. I don't think I won't go through them too much. I mean, it's interesting to see so many different like unique units you don't often see. I mean, for instance, we're seeing RDI in a siege battle to start with, which I think is a bit unusual, but it is possible. But like Eastern Spearmen, like you never see these guys ever brought usually in a Total War like a Rome 2 siege, but here they are today. Got Eastern Spearmen obviously being used just to push up this like tortoise. It's gonna be interesting to see how he uses. I mean, it's a smart idea. These guys aren't going to do well in combat, so why not just use them to soak up ammunition? Same on this side with Hillman doing the same. A bit more useful, but do see these guys. We're going to see this tortoise in a moment knock this bit of the wall down. I think they're trying to hunt down these Vigiles. Again, another unit you don't often see, Vigiles. It is kind of crazy to see, like, just very unusual units, but I'm excited to see these guys probably go and get, like, a couple of hundred kills because they've been used in such a way that, like, benefits them. But yeah, the Hillmen there changed their mind. I guess they were just hunting down the units on the wall. They actually weren't that interested. Same with this one here, Eastern Spearmen. They changed their mind. They don't want to actually attack the wall. We also have a Scorpion as well. Another unusual sort of thing to see being used. I mean, never see that in a siege battle. Usually it's going to be like a ballista or something to knock down a wall. But yeah, Scorpion's more of an anti-personnel sort of weapon. I mean, literally as I say it, the Seleucids have a ballista over here as well, proving my point. You don't bring the little guy, you bring the big guy to knock down your walls. But it seems that is not the case. So yeah, a bit of a sort of a bait, I guess, by the Seleucids, I guess, to try and see whether the Romans would fight for these walls, and now they are not going to. Looks like they're going to try and knock these holes down. They've changed their minds, and they're going back in. I mean, they're going to have to open a bigger front than this, I would imagine, if they want to sort of have any success in breaking through, because, I mean, right now, where Rome's front line is all they would have to defend the defenders, which would mean that, like, the attackers are going to be just going through a tiny, tiny choke point, really. And here we go, the walls are going to get knocked down. Yeah, 77%. I think they're just maybe moving into slightly different positions. Maybe they thought, because as you can see here, they open up a huge choke point. Same on this side here, fairly decent one. I don't know if they'll be able to knock down this final part with that third tortoise. We'll see though, but yep, with the walls being knocked down, the armies have been unveiled, and inside there's just a Hastati spam here by Rome. Hastati are pretty damn good though, and will do some pretty good work. And we've even got armored legionnaires here, so they're going to be the reserve that are being brought up. We've got the general and his bodyguard there as well. But yeah, so Rome just bringing a lot of pretty standard infantry that you see in most sieges. I mean, with Rome, there isn't much surprise what's being brought. Syrian archers as well, just to back up there. Boii bringing a lot of Celtic warriors by the looks of it as well. Again, nothing too new there. Celtic warriors are often used in sort of a first wave of a battle. I imagine these are going to be sword followers back here. Yep, they are indeed. So yeah, that is the main sort of unit that the Boii bring. I mean, you can see here sword followers with 39 melee attack, 40 weapon damage. They do pretty well. They're pretty heavy hitting. And they don't cost too much. Oh, I was actually surprised that they could knock this other third part down. I always was under the belief that if you knocked like the two parts, like knock 2 bits down, and the middle bit you could never knock down. But they have knocked it down, so that's good. Looks nicer anyway. And now there's a huge breach here. It looks like RDI is maybe, well, actually I was gonna say is landing, but he's not. He's managed to get towards the tower here. So good job, engineers. You've I don't know what you've managed here, but you've not done the right thing. These Illyrian raiders might need to think about getting off that tower. It's at 47%, 48 going up. Yeah, whether they want to land somewhere else. I mean, they could just take out these Celtic bowmen if they were quick. Dash across here. But I don't think anyone's going to get caught unawares in this one. I mean, these are elite players, so I'm expecting a lot of awareness of the battlefield and a lot of guile and tactics. But we'll see. You got Illyrian Thurios moving forward here as well. You're going to go for something or other. But yes, I mean, it seems like today a huge thorax spam being brought, and obviously the backbone of this RDI army is going to be its Illyrian noble hoplites here. These guys do have some pretty stonky armor. There you go, 150. I imagine once they go into phalanx, it's going to be even harder to kill those guys. They're definitely going to be soaking up a lot of that ammunition that the Boii and the Romans are going to need to use elsewhere. You see the Syrian heavy archers here, they're moving forward. And maybe, I think we might be about to see a first wave come forward here. Hillman coming forward. There's Eastern Spearmen, which have been used religiously here to push forward those tortoises. At 41 men left. They're not getting back on it, are they? Looks like they're almost getting back on it, where they're positioning themselves. That's used up. You can't use that anymore. Imagine if you could just reverse it out and use it somewhere else. That would be incredible. But yeah, seems like we're about to see. I think they're gonna. Well, I thought they were gonna send up like weak units to soak up these jabbies. But, I mean, they're vigilantes actually. They're not gonna have any jabbies, I'd imagine. I don't know. It's Rome 2. I can't even remember these days. Rome 2. Everyone has a jabby. Yeah, there you go, jabbies. But it's not the vigilantes. And there you go, the first volley. Yeah, it's those Celtic warriors in behind doing the work. And in come the thorax, and they're going to be the first ones in. And yeah, it seems as though we're going to have some Celtic warriors backing up, and then we've got Histadi, I think, as well. You can see they're there trying to just jab you into the flank. Trying to do some damage to those hillmen there. Yeah, look at that. The tower's now on fire. God damn it. Illyrian Raiders, you had one job. One job. I don't know what this plan is. I don't know. I feel like I'm questioning myself as a Rome 2 player. Just watching this, because these players are probably much better than me. So I have no clue as to what these guys are doing. The Vigilantes are holding their ground. I mean, with those extra chevrons, they're doing okay, but they're still dying. I mean, 11 kills is nothing much to talk about, I guess. They're holding the ground, allowing these towers to do some work, and there you go, the towers. The siege tower's fallen. The archer tower is still in very good condition. But yeah, the archer tower, I'm sure, is getting some decent kills. This is what I feared. I mean, look at this right now. The attackers are just in one tiny choke point. They're going to have to open something else up either with a tortoise or with an artillery piece. They have got the ballista here. Haven't seen it fire yet, but I presume it's going to go for something. It's got a lot of Illyrian Thorios and things guarding it. I had seen right at the beginning when we were doing our intro, there was a Boei cab up here. Whether that's come down this slope and is now looking for an opportunity to go for the artillery, I don't know. It might do. But they might want to think about using that artillery to try and like maybe make a hole somewhere else to try and get troops inside. Because yeah, right now going through this one choke point, this isn't going to be fun for the attackers. The defenders can happily just keep pooling in infantry here. It's not stretching them at all. We actually have archer fire outside. Trying to hit those Syrian heavy archers. Who's firing that? Oh, it's this auxiliary Syrians. Syrians versus Syrians. These Vigiles, though, they're holding on bravely. Now we got some of those Illyrian noble hoplites already going in. They don't seem like they're in their phalanx formation. Maybe they're better out of it, like an attack. Probably are. It's more phalanx is more of a defensive formation. It seems like they're dropping a little bit quicker than they usually do. Being javied by men they're already in combat with. I don't know if that seems a bit cheesy. There you go, they look like they formed their phalanx now. They're going to let the thorax go in. And you can see there's a lot of cycling of units going on here. Either to use javelins or just get more like charges. But yeah, it's looking very chaotic in this point here. I just keep zooming out just to see if anything else is going on. And right now, I'm just very thrown off by this. I would have thought that they would have wanted to open up another point. Celtic Warriors are starting to lose though here. These Vigiles still holding on. I mean, they've only got 20 kills, but my god, these guys don't break. Astardian being used to really hold the front line, it seems. And they'll do a good job. I mean, the Astardi have got like 35 melee attack, weapon damage 35, and they're cheap as well. That's the main thing. They're a super cheap unit. I mean, if you chevron them up, as well, I've seen gold chevron Hastati builds before. It's disgusting. It actually works as well. Yep, Hastati there. They're going to pull back, and then they might go for another charge at the moment. But another unit here engages those Illyrian hoplites. It's almost like a ping pong. Like one unit like bounces out of the unit and then another one bounces in. Illyrian Raiders, they are slowly getting some headway though. You can see where the bodies are on top of those Illyrian Raiders there. They are making some progress here. So I feel like the unit here, as you can see, is kind of in enemy territory. I feel like the Romans and the RDI are kind of jumbled up. That's going to do damage more to the phalanx formation than it is to the manipular formation of the Hastati. You can see, yeah, these Illyrian noble hoplites are losing decisively because they keep pushing forward and they're getting surrounded. There's also some... Oh, I can hear artillery coming in. Where the that's got to be from the... I swear that was artillery. Greek ballista fire? Seemed like it did. There's a big blob forming up here, in fairness. Definitely is prime artillery targets right now. They're starting here. Yeah, too many of them going in now. Again, no sort of movement from the attackers. They just seem very defiant and going through this one choke point. They're setting, yeah, this like looks like they're set ready to go. This is a defense formation they're forming here. They've got spears and swords ready to sort of defend against any sort of cav sally out, and then they've got their archers in the center protected, and their generals as well, which they're fairly heavy. They're not going to get killed off too easily. Apart from these archers, they're not really protected. But yeah, they seem like they're set. They seem like they're happy here. They are not going to go anywhere else. So it looks like we are going to see just a smash straight through this one choke point here. So not very much of like a attacking sort of like mine there really from the attackers. It seems like they're just going to go through one point and just try and break their way through. Here is that Bowie Eye Cav that I was talking about. So we have got some heavy horses, some pretty decent cavalry. And that's going to patiently wait for an opportunity, maybe for archers or weakened units or maybe a general. I don't think they could get a general. Rome 2 Cav's just not as strong as, say, Attila Cav, where you can mow down a whole unit. But yeah, it just seems as though the attackers are just going to go through one area. I mean, I always say in Rome 2 sieges, or just any sieges really, as attackers in Rome 2, or any total war, you have more money than the defenders. So more money usually means more units. So if you bring more units, means you can attack in more spaces, means you'll eventually get in somewhere, and you can then outflank another defensive point the defenders are holding, and then you have more units free to do what they want. It's just simple as that, really. I mean, they might be fairly evenly matched. I think they have more units, to be honest. Also, they have these thorax, which are going to beat most of these Hastati. I mean, they're very heavy. They're even a little bit better in melee attack, actually, which is horrendous to think about. It shows, like, how bad thorax are. And I always say it, thorax is so temperamental. But, oh, look at that. The Syrians getting shot down again. But, yeah, if they got these thorax and they just, like, shoved them round at other points and like over the walls and stretched the defenders, they would make this would be much harder for the defenders. A for micro, yeah, the artillery is firing. It's firing some sword follows here. I think it's the Greek ballista. I can't see anything else that would be firing. Not the Scorpion, I don't think. The Scorpion is firing though. What is it firing at? Oh, is it firing at the auxiliaries back here? It is. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, if they just landed on more points and just try to take them, like, I mean, the armored legionaries would cause a problem. That is for sure. But they'd eventually break through, I think. I mean, they're doing a decent job here, but it's cost them a lot of thorax, a lot of infantry, and they're back to where they started. They actually have been pushed back to square one. Yeah, Lyra Noble hoplites here, doing their best. Still dying though. This is a fresh unit actually that's gone in. The other unit's either dead or pulled back. That cavalry, by the way, is still causing a few issues. It has actually moved. I think they'd seen an opportunity maybe to go for the Scorpion. And they definitely could get these archers, well, slingers. I mean, they're very, like, they literally cost nothing, these slave slingers. Hence, that's why they're called slaves. They literally cost, like, nothing. So there's no real point going for them. You probably will lose your, might lose the cav to just like a spear, you know, something else, just trying to take out slave archers or slave slingers. They keep firing this artillery. I swear they do. Yeah, they have been firing it. It doesn't say when it's been firing though. They're firing the occasional volley, I think, just to weaken units here. We have got armored legionnaires up here now. So Rome is already having to feel like he has to throw up his more elite troops. It's more typical legionary that we all recognize and love. And he's going to send these guys in. Maybe he feels like he needs these guys to take on the Illyrian Noble hoplites. I don't know. Something's come crumbling down. Another tower's come crumbling. What are they doing here? What is this monstrosity I'm seeing right now? 2 siege towers just stood here, burning. Also, Boei has a tiny little unit of Celtic warriors just stood out here. Are they gonna deal with that? I'd deal with that. Just take it out. Oh, the general over here is being sniped, though. General Bodyguard is being sniped. He's out at 18 to 40. I think he's getting sniped by archers, Syrians, by the looks of it. That was sneaky there. Gotta be careful, don't want to lose your archers. Yeah, it's not looking good here. These Illyrians just can't break through. RDI is having a rough day. I feel like RDI is a much better defensive faction than it is offensive. Because they have some great units that have, like the Illyrian Thurios that we're seeing here. They can throw so many javelins, and they have their Illyrian Marines also can throw a lot of javelins. I think they have a couple. And then also those Illyrian Noble hoplites that we've seen so much of. They can hold the line for a long, long time. So yeah, usually a much better defensive than they are offensive. But, as you can see, they're not doing too great. They're being forced back. Seleucids, though, are sort of making some progress. Sort of. I mean, the Thorax here are throwing javies. I mean, these Asadi right now need to be focused down with javelins. And they are medium melee infantry, so they do suffer to javelins quite nastily. And they actually are. They're getting javied, I think, by Thurio spears back here. Good to see. This is what I mean. You just got to set up, just set up the grand battery of Illyrian Thurios and start javying things. Like, the Hastati are losing now very quickly because of the javies into their side, depleting their numbers very quickly. Seems like these Illyrian nobles, they're gonna just keep dying. Keep going in and keep dying. And this cordon is getting tighter and tighter as less and less troops are remaining to try and break through. Cycling out of defenders is certainly helping. It's a great strategy, really. It's allowing troops to freshen up, not be tired. And then when they get freshened up, they get sent back in and do another stint in the front lines. So as you can see here, these Illyrian hoplites, they're going to die. I mean, they're getting shot in the flank by, I think, javelins. Levy Freeman here, and also maybe these Syrian archers, I think, have also had a bit to say. But they're still getting focused down as well by their counterparts. The Syrian heavy archers over here. So yeah, both sides just peppering each other with their Syrians. And yeah, still got 2 armored legionaries back here. I don't know if Boei's got much in reserve. Seems like he keeps bringing forward sword followers from nowhere. Yeah, he's still got quite a few back here. So they seem like they're okay. They've got Celtic bowmen as well over here. They've seen some action being shot at, but they're doing their bit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the attackers are really making any sort of progress here. They have just got a thorax around the side. Whether this can do something. Fighting in the shade of this palm tree. Yeah, they're taking on those Hastati. Should be able to do some work. Yeah, how do they get onto the... Do they decide to go onto the wall and then they change their mind? I wonder. The Thorax is winning. Flanking these armored legionaries, which are looking pretty worse for wear. They could rout these Syrians as well very shortly. This is what I'm meaning. Could they not have got a tower, just meandered it through here and landed on the wall? Either got archers up onto the wall, or they could have got infantry, and then they could have just flanked around where they liked. Also just forced the defenders to either come up here and combat it, stretch them a little bit. Like right now the defenders are sallying out with a tiny few units here. How are the attackers not seeing this? And how are they not dealing with this? Why are they not attempting to deal with this? Instead now the defenders yeah, are going through the tower. Where are they going? They're trying to flank around these units. If so, it's a sneaky little move. I think that's exactly what they were trying, but they've changed their mind. Like, that's next level sort of sneakiness. Try to use destroyed siege towers for cover so the players can't see it. Or can't easily see it. Seleucids did just about. Well, not Seleucids, the RDI. But it does seem like they're using RDI maybe a little bit more, I would have thought. It seems like the Seleucids have a lot of reserves. All their thorax, and well, actually, I say that RDI still got all of these levies. These not levy spears, these Thurio spears over here, which will have plenty of javelins to use. By the way, I think the artillery here must be out of ammo, or they've just given up defending it. I don't know. Have they forgot about the cavalry? It's just over here. Could just sneak around if it fancied. Go and get that ballista. Silver Shield Swordsman now going in. My gosh, they are really throwing in the elites now. And they found a way through, or at least they think they found a way through. These Thorax. Hope they don't carry on pulling through. I don't think the rest of the unit can get through. They close the gap quite quickly. These armored legionaries have slammed it shut. There you can see a Thoria. It's the famous 1-by-1 formation. I know this one quite well. Yes, into battle we go 1 by 1. So they can take on an entire unit like this. Yeah, they'll probably get taken out by these sword. Well, Swordpower is actually losing. I mean, the 1-by-1 formation is pretty damn effective. Flanking these armored legionaries. Also got double bronze chevrons. My gosh, these guys are going to be hard to kill. And yeah, as you can see, Assyrian archers just focusing down anything that moves, that isn't an Illyrian or a Seleucid. And this can't be a good matchup. I can't see these. Well, actually, he's retreating. The armored legionaries are giving ground. I was going to say, I would have thought that the hoplites would get absolutely messed up by these guys, by the legionaries, but no, apparently not. Look at this, it's an absolute rush. And all of a sudden, the attackers seem like they're through. They're not through, but they're into a bigger open area. But look at the bodies down here. This is insane. So many dead. Romans here retreating to this new front line. You can see more legionaries as well being brought up. They actually have more armored legionaries than I thought. I thought they only had the 3. They definitely have more hiding somewhere. Just quite how much do the defenders have? The reserves seem endless. Silver Shields trying to break through here. They might just about do it. They are throwing javies while in combat. Well, that's a bit of a cheesy move. Yeah, these poor armored legionaries, they're getting slapped up. They're going to need to send this new one in, or they're going to have to think about retreating soon. It seems like that defense is finally buckling. Boei, he's got more troops outside the walls than he does inside the walls. What is going on here? I feel like he's trying to do like a massive sweep around, trying to flank and take out what remains of the troops outside the walls. There is a lot of archers and generals out here, and that is all. Not much in the way of infantry out here, or at least good infantry. Seems like most of the heavy hitters are either in here or dead. Illyrian Durios here, yeah, they're not going to take out these sword followers. Well, they are losing themselves.
For glory.
I hope Bowie-Eye's got more of those sword. Oh my gosh, Bowie-Eye! I said I hope you have more of these sword followers. What are you doing out here, though? You need like troops inside the walls. There is a Oak Swarm coming forward. That's a general. Might be Bowie-Eye's last unit that he has inside the walls, at least. He's got plenty outside. He might want to think about bringing those back in. Because it doesn't look too great. Rome is not going to be able to hold easily, it seems, with these remaining sort of legionaries here. And there is a gap if these, like there's a gap literally here. Just go straight through there and you're in behind. The Oathsworn do await you. Look at this, fighting over market stalls and what used to be a bustling city. Now it's just a city full of death and destruction. In go the Oathsworn, descending onto their new opponents, the Seleucids. Oathsworn, if used well, can get 300-400 kills quite easily. We'll see whether they do that today. They are winning decisively and already at 70 kills. Oh my gosh, these guys might just about do it. They are slicing and dicing these Thurios. Oh yeah, they routed that quite nicely. Can they move into the next units here? The Hillmen here, they're probably going to break. Can they get into a lot of like Thurios up here? Oh my gosh. And the Seleucids have finally done what I said they should have done. They've got archers onto this wall up here. So yeah, the Seleucids setting up as many archers as they can, and they're just trying to focus this area down. You can see the Romans are also trying to combat this. We've also got the Celtic bowmen over here as well, trying to focus these guys down. We have slave slingers up here as well. I feel like there's just too many archer units up on this wall. Oathsworn have retreated. They haven't lost a man yet, and they've got 153 kills. What the heck? These guys are machines. The Seleucids come forward again, coming to take on these legionaries. I imagine the Romans will win that because they are fresher. And this is a very beaten up Seleucid unit. I would have thought, I mean, I don't know. I always question bringing Silver Shield swords. I always feel like Royal Peltasts are better. You get slightly less armor, but you get so many more javelins. And javelins on the attack are just so useful. I mean, javelins on defense also are very useful. But yeah, you get a lot more javelins as Royal Peltast, so I would have thought they'd be a bit more useful. But yeah, look at that. They've routed that Silver Shield sword. They flanked around with the little sword follower here. And all of a sudden, there's actually not that much inside the city walls for the attackers. And look at this. The defenders now have started their attack outside the walls. And they're trying to encircle what remains of the attackers. This is incredible. It almost feels like a Stalingrad-style siege. Cav here trying to do some cycling charges. I don't know if they're getting any. Get some side charges maybe. There's still actually a healthy sword follower back here. Whether that needs to come forward and help out on the front lines, I don't know. Might need to. I mean, what they have here is pretty good though. Armored legionaries, Oathsworn. They should be able to hold. And they're fighting a general here. If this general dies, the Yardii will capitulate. Let's see. I mean, they're holding okay. Yeah, you can see like the archers up here just got focused down. So many dead ones up here. Oh my gosh. And I think either they're dead or they've pulled off. Yeah, I mean, slave slingers are back in this back line here trying to do some work. You see the Silver Shield swordsman here challenging these heavy horse.
Orders understood.
Looks like few isolated units here getting taken out. We've got this is the more important thing though, is like the thorax here. There's a health thorax that's been drawn away from the city fight to come and defend out here against tiny units, really. These aren't the healthiest. I mean, this Celtic Warrior is 91. It's not really going to cause much of a challenge for this thorax, I'd imagine. But it's costing them. I mean, they're throwing in 2 units to deal with it. That's a little heavy-handed, I feel. But yeah, these tiny units here of Boii distracting the much healthier units of the Seleucids. And it means that the defenders are now able to overwhelm what remains of the attackers in here. I mean, this Illyrian noble hoplite here currently being surrounded by Oathsworn. And they're about to lose their head as well. Oh, that general's prayed to his gods. Oh, there's some much needed reserves that have come. These Illyrian Thurios coming to countercharge. These Oathsworn are up to 185 kills. They have lost 20 men now. They've only killed 30 more men, and they lost 20 themselves. Poor if I say so myself. Greek Scorpion crew up here for some reason as well. Look at that, Illyrian noble hoplites there. They're thinking about wavering. They're shaking in their boots. I mean, being surrounded in a hoplite formation, it does that to you. Your men start to waver, even if you are the general. Yeah, he's still not happy. He's steady again, though. This Oathsworn general is pulling in and out of combat, and it's costing him troops now. He's up to 200 kills, but it's costing him men. He needs to be careful he doesn't lose his general. I mean, it seems I would pull this unit out. Just let this. They had a healthy sword follower. Yeah, send that in. As you can see, now they're in trouble. This general here might be about to die. I don't know. He's in real trouble. No generals died yet, as far as I'm aware. I'll just keep hovering over them all just to see. Oh no, Rome's lost his general. Oh, what the heck? So the Seleucids used their archers, and they made a rush for this point over here. And yeah, Rome's general was the only thing to combat it, along with some Syrian archers. And Rome's lost his general. Oh gosh. Okay, that could be huge, actually. I don't think they should break through those Syrians. They look like they are going to get taken out. But yeah, that is actually not good news for the defenders. Those 2 Roman legionaries have been holding quite well as well. I mean, 168 kills, 192. They're doing well. It's going to be a brutally close one, that is for sure. Two generals duking it out over here. Oathsworn against Silver Shields. Have the Oathsworn lost their general yet? No, but they should be in such a more healthy condition if they weren't falling back constantly and just bouncing out of different battles. They might have been okay. They might have been able to beat this unit, but it looks like they're going to get killed off by the Seleucid general right now. And Boii's got more troops left than Rome. Are the defenders going to lose at this last moment? I don't know. Heavy horse here. They're trying to do what they can, they're charging these thorax. The Celtic warriors here also trying to do their bit. The Romans are beating their opponents, but they allowed this little Thurios spear to sneak through, and he could get a rear charge off now onto the Oathsworn. Or he's going to go for the sword followers. I don't know, I feel like I would have taken out that general. And there you go, somehow the Oathsworn did defeat the Seleucids, and it's started into a chain rout. There you go. And what a close battle that was. So, there you go. That was the defenders winning there. So, that's Perkele winning. And we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So, well done to Perkele and to the 2 players that played for them. So, Premium Petrol and Big Dog winning that one. Hopefully they will be able to continue that into the next battle. But it's going to be a big, big push now for Mia the Cow Queen and Udasis to try and replicate that sort of defense really that Perkele put up. So yeah, Flaming Dragons need a big win in the next battle, which I'll show off in the next few days. We'll quickly go through some of the end results. I mean, 180 kills, the Silver Shield Sword General, very nice. The Ballista getting 160 kills, not too shabby. Archers getting 164 kills. Silver Shields 169. The Thorax 189. Then we have Ordorses playing as RDI. 104 kills with the Greek Scorpion, not too bad there. Slave Singer's getting 104 kills, good for their price because they are trash. Illyrian Noble Hoplites here getting 260 kills, 248 kills. So yeah, these guys, even though they were being thrown in quite early on and seemed like they were dying, they were getting good kills. And then we have Illyrian Thoros Spears here getting 88 kills, 163, 147 kills. So some decent kills there. Then we have Premium Petrol playing as Boei, 276 kills with his Oathsworn, nearly at that 300 marker, which I say Oathsworn so regularly get to. And then we have Celtic Bowman here, 244 kills, 137 kills with another one of his Celtic Warriors, and then 230 with one down here. Then he's got his Sword Followers getting 112 kills, 124, 204 kills, some solid kills there. Then with Big Dog playing as Rome with that Hastati spam. I mean, Hastati getting 133, 122, the best of the bunch. His Armored Legionaries, yeah, he had more than I thought, actually. The best getting 227, but two others getting into the 200s. But yeah, three of them really struggled. And his Archer's only getting 130 kills as well. But there you go, guys. That is the first part of this Total War League Siege tournament, like replays that I've got at the moment. I'll put out the next part in a couple of days if you want to check that one out. Make sure to hit the notification bell, hit that sub button, like, comment, all that shenanigans. And yes, I'll see you guys very shortly for the reverse fixture.